Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking about skincare as opposed to food, which is usually what I talk about. Before I go any further, I want to make sure I say that this video is not sponsored by True Botanicals or in partnership with them in any way. I have been buying and using their products for about a year now, so I thought it was a good time to make a review and to discuss my experience with them. When I was first looking into True Botanicals, I really wanted to see as many reviews as possible before I bought it because it is so expensive. I was like scouring the internet, I found a few blogs, I found a couple YouTube videos, but not that many. I was specifically looking for videos of people talking about their experience, so I thought if there's anyone else that is doing the same thing that I was doing a year ago, maybe this video could help you. So to start, I'll just talk a little bit about what True Botanicals is, and then I will go into my skin history a little bit and what I was sort of looking for when I found True Botanicals, then the product reviews and how I feel it has worked for my skin. And then at the very end, I will let you guys know if I think that True Botanicals is worth it or not. So like I said, True Botanicals is a natural and organic skincare company. No fillers, no toxins, no harsh chemicals. There are 3 different skincare lines with True Botanicals. There's the Renew line that's targeted at anti-aging. There's the Clear line that's targeted at acne. And then there's the Calm line, which is for sensitive or rosacea prone skin. So my experience has been with the Clear line. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So just a little history of my skin. I have always had acne. I would say in my teen years it was pretty normal teenage acne, nothing too crazy. I had a really bad hormonal acne outbreak in college, and then I had another one a few years ago, and then in between there I had a couple other times where my skin started flaring up or getting worse, but definitely it was like a noticeable difference from like normal teenage acne to adult hormonal acne, meaning deeper cystic pimples around my jawline, chin, and cheeks. I've been to 3 different dermatologists total. The long and short of it is that the dermatologists would always put me on a similar routine, which was using some type of face wash from the drugstore. So the most recent one I was using was CeraVe, followed by some sort of topical prescription cream. So the last one I used was tretinoin, which is a retinol, a moisturizer by the same brand as the cleanser, so for me, CeraVe. So that was sort of what the dermatologist would always put me on. And then I was finally looking for something that I could, like a regimen that I could do on my own, that I didn't have to go and be under like a dermatologist's care for, and that I didn't need a prescription for, and just something a little more natural. And the problem was that in my experience in the past, natural things never really work for acne. So I had been researching different brands, and I think I was first looking at the brand Biossance, I think that's how you say it. Then Instagram advertised True Botanicals to me. So they knew their target. So everything about their ad, like the language they used, the packaging, the photos they used, definitely caught my attention. So I went to their website, and what I really liked about their website was how things were organized. So for example, you went to the shop section and then it would be like shop by skin concern. I just appreciate when websites do that, because then you're just like, oh, boom, I can just click right on my skin concern and not like see all the products and wonder like which one is good for me or not. And then when it brought you to that Clear collection page, they had a lot of really helpful information on there. One of the things they had on there was the 3 main misconceptions about acne. One of them was that you have to dry out acne in order to cure it. The second one was that you should never put oil on acne-prone skin. For each one, they explained like why it was a misconception, and then they sort of related it back to their products and were like, here's how our products help with that. Oils are something that I had really struggled with over the years because I had used rosehip oil on my face before. I really loved it. It made my skin feel so moisturized, and I loved how it made my skin look. I'd go to the dermatologist and they'd be like, yeah, don't use oil on acne-prone skin. So you'd hear kind of these differing viewpoints on oils. Oils can be really good for acne-prone skin. You're already oily enough, don't put more oil on. The argument for oils always made more sense to me. True Botanicals had done these independent clinical studies of their products versus another popular product. They did a study of their Renew line, the anti-aging line, versus La Mer, and then they did a study of their Clear line versus Proactive. In both of the studies, True Botanicals had come out to be more effective over a longer period of time, and people being much happier with their skin on True Botanicals. And then another thing they had on their website that I really liked, and I'm telling you guys about these things because they don't have these things on their website anymore. I've emailed them about it. They are actually in the process of redoing their website again and will be adding a lot of this stuff back in. You could go to a product, for each ingredient you could click and it would tell you exactly what that ingredient is, what it's used for, and why it's in that specific product for every single ingredient. That kind of transparency, I really appreciated that. And I was like, wow, they're not hiding anything. Like, they're just telling you, here's what's in our products and here's why. The last thing that I really liked that they don't do anymore, they used to do samples. They don't do samples anymore. They do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I guess you could buy the products. If you didn't like them after 30 days, they would let you send them back and get a refund. So before I get into product reviews, I want to show some photos. All right, so let's start with this photo, which was from December 2016 when I told you I went to the dermatologist for my skin. I believe I had makeup on here. It's not a great photo. It was taken on an iPad. They took it at the dermatologist's office, but basically you can see that I have, you know, some acne on my cheeks here, on my jawline, on my chin. The photo from the other side of my face was like really poor quality, but you could see I had like some jawline stuff, some cheek stuff. Not like the worst case of hormonal, you know, acne that I've ever seen by far, but for me it was bad. I want to show you guys a couple photos that I took the night before I started True Botanicals, just so you can kind of see what was going on with my skin at the time. I definitely had some acne, like hormonal acne spots, like around my chin. Again, you can't really see any here, but I did have some on my jawline and cheeks. You can kind of see here a little better that I had this sort of jawline stuff going on. And then you can just see in general, like from this photo really, that my face was really oily. This is like really oily. It didn't like always look like this, but if I would be like sweaty at all, my skin just seemed to always get shiny. So then here are some photos that I took the other night. Just show my skin as it is now. I do have some like hyperpigmentation scarring, but my skin is completely acne free. I don't have any pimples or anything. It's totally clear. You can see really well, like on my cheeks here and my jawline, chin, no acne. It's so rare for me to get a pimple these days. This side you can see a little more like hyperpigmentation, but no active acne spots. So now let's get into the product reviews. I'll start with the Nourishing Cleanser from the Clear collection. After I wash my face with this, I feel that my skin is clean, but I don't feel like all the natural oils have been stripped. That feeling after you wash your face where you're like, oh, my skin feels so clean, all the oil is gone. We associate that with being good. We're like, oh, this is good because it's drying out my acne. That's actually bad. That's your skin being stripped. And you don't want your skin to get stripped of all its natural oils because those oils are important for the balance of your skin. This cleanser, it really does feel clean but doesn't feel stripped. The bad thing about that is that it's not great at taking off makeup. I will do one wash with this with just a little bit of cleanser, and then I'll do a second wash with even more. So the first wash might be like a half a pump, second wash will be a full pump. By that time, I feel like it mostly takes everything off. Anything that this doesn't catch, the nutrient toner will. So I use this with one of my organic cotton cosmetic poofs that I talked about in the Zero Waste Travel Essentials video. I do feel like this just gets any last residue of makeup that didn't come off with the cleanser. And then the Pure Radiance oil. I knew I would really like the oil, but I didn't realize just how much I would love it. It smells so divine, medicinal and relaxing, woodsy. Just feels so nice to be putting oil on my skin again and know that it's like moisturizing and it's combating acne and it's not clogging my pores. This is the Cellular Repair Serum. This is something that I never thought I would buy in a million years because this is the $140 serum. I definitely thought when I first heard about this that this was insanely overpriced, but I also noticed it had amazing reviews. I definitely noticed that when I traveled, especially because I do have to wear more makeup for my job, my skin was taking a hit with the traveling and lack of sleep and, you know, increased makeup, stress, whatever it was. So I did feel like it would be worthwhile to add something else into the routine. When you order this with the box, it's 10% off, so it's actually only $126. There is usually a purging process, so like get stuff out of your deeper pores, and so that's what causes the flare up, is like stuff is being cleaned out, but then once it's out, I feel like it's out. This is my second bottle. I bought my first bottle like November 1st. I'm still using my first bottle of this stuff. That's like 8 months later. I've only used like not even one of these in 8 months. And I think the reason for that is that in the first month when I was using it like every other night until I cleared up. But then once my skin was clear, I don't use this every single night. I use it like only when I feel like I need it, which is pretty much just like when I'm traveling as a precaution. Honestly, after starting to use this stuff, I get maybe like 1 pimple per month. This stuff really packs a punch. This is a vitamin C booster. It's another thing that I felt like was kind of a splurge at the time, but again, has lasted me so long. I believe I bought this in November when I bought the serum, and as you can see, I've used less than half of it. It helps with brightening, it helps with fading hyperpigmentation, so it was definitely something that was a good idea to add in once my skin had like purged and once I had cleared up the acne. So guys, that's all the products that I've tried from True Botanicals, and I know it's a lot, but I certainly didn't buy all these things when I first purchased. I think the first thing I purchased was just the cleanser and the oil, and then eventually I added in the toner, and then of course eventually added in the serum. Overall, if you couldn't already tell, I do think True Botanicals is worth the price. If you just wanted to invest in one thing, this is what I would recommend you buy, the Pure Radiance Oil. At least for the Clear collection, this is like the ultimate moisturizer and a super effective acne medication all in one. I have found for me, the products have lasted so long, like so much longer than like they even estimate that they will last. I'd rather pay a little more for something that I know works, that I know is really clean and natural, that isn't like toxins seeping in to my body. Also, supporting a brand that isn't putting harmful shit in their products is really important to me. A brand that cares about the environment. As you've seen, all their products come in glass bottles. The top is metal. Glass and metal are the most efficient things that you can recycle. I love True Botanicals. I've been so happy with the products. Like I said, it has completely cleared up my skin. Like, I've gone from being someone that just like was barely managing their acne and like would get hormonal pimples like quite often, to just like never getting pimples anymore. Like, I've never had my skin be this clear. It's just in so much better balance than it's ever been before. So I really hope this review was helpful. Let me know if you've tried True Botanicals and what you thought of it, or if you've tried any of the other lines. I'm super curious to hear how they worked. Subscribe if you liked this video. I'll be doing more videos like this where I'm reviewing like non-food related products, and then of course lots of food videos, as you guys know. So thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!